Let's be honest, being a manager in 2026, it's a form of clinical insanity. No? You are standing in the middle of a perfect storm outside, a climate crisis and a global economy that feels like a Jenga tower. Inside, your bosses are demanding 20% more growth with 10% less budget. Your consultants just rebranded your culture for the third time this year. Apparently, we are not agile anymore. No, we are fluid. Yeah, that's a new concept, expensive concept. And in the middle of this chaos, you're told, hey, make sure your team is happy, mindful, and perfectly autonomous. Just trust them. Trust them? With the stakes this high? It sounds like a professional suicide. Why would you give away the steering wheel when the car is already on fire and heading toward the cliff? Here is the truth. If you don't trust, you become the bottleneck. And in a storm, a bottleneck is a death sentence. Think of yourself not as a boss, but as an air traffic controller. You aren't flying the planes. You can't fly them all at once. Some of those pilots are flying drones, some are flying 747s, and some are using tech you never even seen. If you try to grab every joystick, planes start falling from the sky. To survive, you have to move through 3 stages: the proof, the pact, and the flow. You don't need to be the best pilot, no. You need to be the best judge of altitude. Don't look at their diplomas. Those are just wallpapers. Look for lucidity. An expert is someone who can explain why they are making a choice and, more importantly, when they are hitting a limit. If they can't explain the risk, they don't have expertise. They just have luck. Trust the logic, not the CV. Delegation isn't a gift you give to your team. It's a contract. In a world of doing more with less, you delegate the outcome, but you keep the interface. You tell them, I'm giving you the power to decide. In exchange, you give me 100% transparency. It's a trade. Power for information. This is how you keep your head on the shoulders while they do the work. Autonomy is the final stage. It's when the team doesn't ask, what should I do, but tells you, this is what we are doing to hit the goal. This is where the magic happens. Your team becomes a self-healing system. They fix problems before you even know they exist. Giving power away is the only way to keep your sanity. When you trust an expert team, you are abdicating your responsibility. You are finally doing your actual job, strategy and protection. You stop being the person who checks the screws and start being the person who navigates the storm. In a vache maigre economy where resources are thin, trust is the only free multiplier you have left. It's the only thing that creates speed without costing a dime. It's scary to let go. Yep. But in today's world, the most dangerous thing you can do is hold on too tight. Stop being the bottleneck. Start being the catalyst. And next time you're about to micromanage, ask yourself, am I trying to fly the plane or am I clearing the runway? I wish you a trustworthy week. See you soon. And don't forget, boost the system.
Clock punch, soul punch, gonna make my own lunch. This ain't my final destination, just another step in my transformation. Am I